Alright, recording this game with Cheetah Girl just to help you out with the, show you some things on spin and how to use it. Right here, this is one of my favorite breaks. I always go right up here to the top. I put full bottom and I aim to it just as it rolls over there. Oops. Well, I'm running out of time, so I'll shoot it anyway. Almost always, anywhere up in there, it almost always gets a good break. But anyway, just to show you some specifics. Alright. Made a big one, doesn't really matter. Gosh, I don't see anything good here. Oh, alright. I'm going to kick off the rail here. I'll push that 11 in. Alright, now I want to bring this ball back to this pocket. So I'm going to put a little top spin, and what it's going to do is it's going to make it go forward after the impact and strike the cushion so I could not worry about scratching up there. But I didn't make the shot, so. Using the spin on shots like those, you didn't need to because it's your natural angle. But you'll notice they have a tendency to follow the path that is shown right there as the deflection path. If you don't put any spin on at all, it should follow that line. Boom, and it'd see the cue ball crossed right through, so it followed the line almost perfectly. And you use the spin to alter that. You can make it either, like if you hit with right spin, when it hits this cushion, let's see, like right here. I missed what happened, but it made mine. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this ball back in this corner. So I need to get out of its way. So I put some hard right back spin, and that makes the cue ball move over and get out of its way. Now the same thing here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a little bit of top spin because I want to come off. I want to hit the ball, drop it into this pocket, and then I want the cue ball to go up to here and come back down over to here. So I'll go boom. There we go. I'm going to try that same shot, this ball to this pocket, and I put a little bit of top left to make it be sure to go forward and hit that cushion. Oops, I missed the shot. I want to make sure it goes forward and hits that cushion right here, making it avoid this pocket at all costs. That's what I use. That's what you're using the spin for. Oops. Now see there, if you would have used left spin, the cue ball upon hitting would have gone up back up this way instead of coming back down here. But anyway, that's no big deal. Let's see. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to put some top right spin, watching my power. Power is elective, and it's something you have to learn to feel for each kind of shot. Now let's go ahead and put this ball right back in this pocket. But see how I would scratch if I did it without that top spin? I put that top spin and it'll make it go off the rail. It'll make the ball continue forward and go off the rail. And like here, I'm going to hit it, the 8 ball back here. And I don't need to worry about it because I'm not going to hit it with enough power to go up all the way there. Boom. Okay, let's play another one. Alright. Now I want to find some situations for you to show you how the difference in how spin works on when it's determined by the distance the cue ball is from the object ball. That's what I'm going to show you here. So let's see, go ahead and play. See, like right here, if I'm real close to this ball, all I need to do is put a tiny, tiny amount of backspin, and the power I use is going to stop the cue ball. Boom, makes it just stop. Now, if I have that same shot, which I do here, I can't use just a little bit. If I do, see what'll happen is, oops, I used too much. If I use just a little bit and hit it slow, it's going to work in this case, but look what the cue ball continues forward. It doesn't stop because it had, by the time it moved from here, where my cursor is, to here, the spin had changed the roll on the ball to go forward. So when it struck the ball, it continued to go forward instead of backing up, instead of stopping like it did before. Now, the same thing here. I'm going to put quite a bit of backspin, but not too much. I think I can clear that 11 and get that angle on. I'm going to hit it harder because it had more distance to travel before it struck the ball. And even though I had greater amount of backspin, it didn't back up a great deal. All right, now I'm going to go for that corner up there. And I want to back up right after impact. And it kept, see how it turned left? Everything kept hitting corners, it turns left because it has left-hand spin on the cue ball. But that's the biggest mistake people make with backspin, is they think if they apply the backspin and they don't hit, and there's a lot of distance between the cue ball and the object ball, that they can still hit it soft and it'll still back up. It doesn't do that. The ball naturally wants to start moving forward. So here I'm going to put a little right because I'm going back in this corner right here. I'm going to put some right. What that's going to do, it's going to make me hit that 3 ball and get it off the rail because I don't want it on the rail. Well, I didn't want that either, but I wasn't looking at enough of the table. I was looking at something else. Anyway, so let's go with, now this is part of the, you just have to learn these angles. Oops, I missed. And be able to just scratch just like that. All right, let's see. I want to go with, I can't get out of its way in time. Oh, I'm going to try some hard top spin. I'm going to go 2 rails into that top left pocket. Oops. Oops. I know what I did there. I moved the mouse just as I hit. Anyway. Now this is another one of my favorite breaks, is to go right here. Right, even with this and with this, the dots on the rail. And I'm going to put full top spin. What's going to happen is I'm going to hit and break the stack, and then the cue ball is going to run into it. Or push through it, whatever the case may be. I had a little bit of angle on there, so it went down a little bit. Okay, so what was I just looking at? Oh yeah. Again, let's say I have this shot here. Straight on with the 5. Into the corner. Put a little more here. but I have quite a bit of distance to go. I don't want to, I don't want it this way. Doggone it, it's not working for me. Time clock, okay. Now here, sorry about that. I'm going to bank this one again. I want to get out of its way and go forward and hit the rail above. I want to hit the rail here and come back down onto this area of the table. So I'm going to go ahead and pop it like that, let it go, and I'm right back in that area of the table that I wanted. And that 3 I can't get now. I've got wrong position here. So let's go with the 1 straight in. So to stop any follow, I have a little bit of distance between me and it, so it's going to want to naturally, boom, I can just back it up a little bit. Now I think I can get past this 3. Yep, I can get out of that 3's way. I'm going to take that cross side. Alright. And then now I want to see how long the lead line is. That means the green ball is going to go further, faster than the cue ball is. So I'm going to add, and I want to make sure the cue ball goes to the left after it hits the rail instead of the right. It gets out of its way quicker. See what happened there? It hit the rail and spun out hard to the left because I had that left-hand spin on it. Now, let's see. I wanted to stop the cue ball right where it's at after the shot. So I'm putting a little bit of backspin. Just a tiny bit because they're real close. I missed the shot. I'm concentrating more on spinning what I'm doing than I am the shots. So let's run this one out. Oh, that's the bummer. I hate those kind. Just not quite enough power. All right. I'm looking for spin that I want to show in particular. I'm trying to make this a shot exhibition, but I'm going to put it in the center bottom pocket. Oops, I didn't hit it with it. I did. My power slipped. I wanted a lot more power than that. On those kind of shots, when you're making angles, the more power you have, the more they'll follow that line you're expecting. Whereas if you put less power, depending on the angle of approach, angle of approach and the angle that you're departing, will determine whether it follows that natural angle or if it slows down and does something different. All right, let's do one more game so this video isn't too long, and then we'll do some more after that. It's a learning process for me too, how to spot the exact shots I want for showing spin. Seems like more I'm doing a shooting thing than explaining spin all that well. But I hope the main thing I wanted to show you was how that difference is of the distance between the cue ball and the object ball and what kind of action you get as a result. And when there's further apart, when your object ball is much, see like right here, you have a chance of following. If you hit it too soft, it's already rolling forward. See how it kept rolling forward? Where if you had wanted to back up, you could have put a little bit of backspin and hit it a little bit harder, and it would have hit the ball and made it stop or back up a little bit. Let's see. This looks like a good place to show that. So let's go. Tell you nice table. I want you to give me the cue ball back. No. I want you to just give me the cue ball back. That's all right. All right, we'll figure that out later. because I needed ball in hand. That's the only way I can get ball in hand, was to miss my shot, and so I pocketed on purpose. I sat at the table and then pocketed on purpose just to get that, because I want to get a specific position here. All right. I'm looking for things that would be dangerous for you in the normal. Let's go with this. Boom. All right. Now, I want that cue ball to turn hard and go up this way and hit this 14 after I hit that ball. I'm going to make the combination shot, but I want to hit that 14 and knock it out of there too. See how I did that? As soon as it struck, now here, I'm going to make the combination into your 7 and drop my 15. And I want the cue ball to go pretty much stay right there. So I'm just going to put a tiny bit of backspin. And because of the angle approach, I'm going to go real soft. And that makes it stay pretty close to where I wanted it there. Now, I want to go hard right with the cue ball. After it's going to hit the 13. The 13 is going to go off the rail at the end and go into the bottom left pocket. But then I want that cue ball to go up there, and what I wanted was to go a little bit further and hit that 14, but that's all right. Nice combo. That's the way to play it. You have to take your 2 and just put topspin. You're going to follow. So you want to hit it hard. See how it jumps and followed, and then turn slightly right because of the approach, because of the angle you had. So you put you right behind the 8 ball. Well, behind the 8 ball. That's an old American term for being in a bad position. All right, let's see. All right, here's what I want to do. I want to go back to this pocket, but I don't want to hit that. I want to keep that 8 ball as close as possible. So, missed the shot. But what I wanted to do is to stay right there so I could bring that 14 back down in my shot. So you got all the basics and you got the eye. You know what you're aiming for. Ooh, that was, you deflected off the rail too much. You should have made sure your departure line was straighter. It was curved the wrong way. See, now here, it looks like there's no way you could get out of the way of the 14 coming off the rail. But if I put a lot of hard slight right topspin, I might be able to get out of its way. I don't think so. I'll take the bottom one. Oops, I have the wrong spin on. I went right in its path. I should have changed that to top left. And that would have turned the cue ball back and gone behind the 13 after it had gone past. But I left the old spin on. All right, so can't find this here again. Okay, I'm going to get out of its way in time. I'm going to put dead on top spin, putting it in the top right corner, but I got out of its way in time by adding that top spin. Makes it come faster off the cushion. So like here, I want to go nice and soft. I want to come up behind the 13. I'm going to put it right there. And this is something you can't really teach unless you learn the diamond system. It's just a matter of feel. And I don't have the feel right now for the proper amount of power and the proper amount of angle. But that's shooting. That's not spin. So, all right, one more game, and then we'll have to take a break. Let's see. Here's another one of my favorite breaks. It's kind of similar to the one that a lot of people are using. But anyway, right here, full bottom left spin. I'm getting dry breaks all the time. But that happens sometimes. go through spells. But I never like to use the same break consecutively. Okay. Here again, I'm going to put a little bit of backspin. I'm going to hit the 13 off the rail. Sorry, I just took a hit on my pen. Oops. Well, this is better anyway. Oh, here's a perfect place for it. Showing you that distance thing. But I need to be straight in. Or people make this mistake all the time. They think they put a little backspin and it's going to stop it. And then they hit it with real soft power. Watch, the cue ball is just going to follow it. Now, in that case, I didn't scratch, but the backspin got lost from the distance between the two. I'm going to do a 3-ball combo and get that 9 in. Oh, slop the 15. Sorry about that. Now, here's a good example. I'm going to put some real hard right. Nope. I want real hard forward left because I'm banking it, but I don't want to hit that cue ball and knock it in the bottom left-hand corner. So I want to hit it lower and make it go straight. Or if I had hit it normal, there would have been a good chance I would have hit that 8-ball and just knocked it right in. But I changed that by putting that heavy top left spin. Let's see. I'll go off your 4. Yeah, let's go off your 4. So I have to hit it real soft. I didn't have that angle right at all. It's confusing, trying to look for specific spots to apply spin. Ooh. Not sure if that was your intention, but it worked well. It worked, but again, not sure that was really your intention. That's the difference between a good skilled indirect shot and flukes is if they just go in and it wasn't your intention to make it that way, then it's a fluke. But if your intention is to make it a certain way, like right here, I want to stop. I'm going to hit the 13 ball. I'm going to put it in this pocket, but I want the cue ball to stop right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I got too much on there, but I can't change it all at one time. Now, what was I looking at earlier? Okay. Here, I want to come off this rail and I want to hit the 9 in. So normally, I wouldn't use any spin at all. But that gives angles. Changes the angles of how it comes off and stuff. So here I'm going to just do it, show you how it'll turn more right. And it drove the 9 ball into this rail instead of clicking it that way. Because of the carom coming off that high rail made it turn too sharp. And it ran into the 9 where you wanted to skid. You just wanted to kiss the 9. That's what I wanted to do. Let's see. Okay, here's good for spin. I'm going to for me doing indirect shots, you don't normally do these, so it's different for you. But anyway, I want the cue ball to turn a hard left and knock that 12 in after I hit the rail. If I hadn't put that, that worked out handy. If I hadn't put that spin on, it would have hit the rail and missed the, it would just would have come off the rail straight and missed the 9. Oh, hit it too soft. See how that angle changes the softer you hit it, but when you hit it hard, it goes quicker, so as it travels faster. What the hell?